my fellow comic book collectors. Today is going to be an interesting video because it was a controversy between myself and another guy on Instagram. And the controversy started because of a video that I had done about Catwoman. And I basically said that, Catwoman, if you look at the CGC slabs, Catwoman made her first appearance in Batman 1. But if you read the book, Catwoman actually didn't appear in Batman 1. It's really Batman 3 that she made her appearance. And I was showing this book as a result, this book, which is Batman 3. First, a Catwoman appearance in costume they put, okay? So, a guy on Instagram, Collecto6, a good friend, he was saying, well, if that's the case, if Catwoman, her first appearance, you're saying is Catwoman, Batman 3, then, well, the same would apply to Ant-Man. Okay, so he basically was suggesting that Ant-Man's first appearance should be in Tales to Astonish number 35. Now, that's where the controversy is. Where is Ant-Man's first appearance? Is it when you see him in his suit? Or is it at the very beginning in Tales to Astonish 27? So I got to give a bit of story here. So I'm going to show you the two books. Okay? I'm going to show you first Tales to Astonish, number 27. So this is a great book. Highly recommend it. Get many of these copies if you can. It's a very pricey book. I got it before the prices went up, and also got a purple label, so I was able to afford it. But it's become a very pricey book. And this is the first appearance of a character known as Hank Pym, and or Henry Pym, I should say. Why am I saying Hank? Hank is somebody else. Henry Pym. Henry Pym is, he was in the Ant-Man movies. He's the older Ant-Man. He was the original Ant-Man. Now, Scott Lang is the later one, and his first appearance is much, much later. So, but what we have is a situation where in this story, and I'll tell you the quick synopsis of the Ant-Man story, we have a scientist that wants to basically find a way to reduce things in size. And he thinks that so many things could be done. If we could just reduce things in size, amazing things could be accomplished. And what he does is he is one of those true scientists. He makes himself the guinea pig first. So he doesn't test it on anyone else. He tested it on himself. And in doing so, he becomes as small as an ant. Thus, Ant-Man. So they never actually refer to him as Ant-Man. But the name of the story is The Man in the Anthill. And in this, he shrinks down. So he's showing his superpowers. He's showcasing his Ant-Man capabilities. And he actually has like a little adventure. He makes friends with one of the ants, and that ant ends up helping him escape the other ants that are going to maybe potentially eat him. And he basically has a little adventure. He ends up returning back to normal at the end of it. And then he destroys the serum because he's like, this is way too dangerous. Can't let this get out and potentially ruin people's lives. So that's the story of Ant-Man. So he's not named as Ant-Man, but he is called Hank Pym. So is this the first appearance of Ant-Man? Well, let me think about that. So what for me, the difference with Catwoman is in Catwoman, you never see her. They have newspapers where it says the cat. And so even in Batman 1, Catwoman is never referred to as Catwoman. She's referred to as the Cat, and you never see her beyond the newspaper clip that says Catwoman strikes, basically. Or the cat strikes. And it's only in Batman 3, where you get her full name and you see her in the costume and you can tell it's Catwoman. In this, Ant-Man is kind of a different kind of monster or a character, I guess. One of the things that makes Ant-Man Ant-Man is the fact that he can reduce himself in size. It's usually through the suit. We always think of it as the suit that helps him do that. But in the case of this, we can almost think of this as a prototype Ant-Man, where he basically has the powers, the key power that he needs, but he doesn't have the suit, the full suit. It's sort of like if you watch the early Spider-Man movie with Todd, what's his name? Tobey Maguire. There's a scene where he's like wrestling, okay? And he basically, and they're like, you saw him preparing his costume, and then when you actually see him doing his thing, he has this like ghetto, really crappy costume. And that's not his, iconic costume, but it is him in costume. But the point is, like, but you still know that he has his powers. And it's even like the Fantastic Four. A better example, like, I'm trying to think of great examples here. Fantastic Four. Now, in Fantastic Four, number 1, they don't have the costumes. They have the powers. They can do all their little cool things, like turn invisible, stretch, and flame on, and be like what is it? Not Hulk smash. What does the thing say? Clobbering time. Okay, so they can do all that. So they have all those things, but they don't have their costumes. And it's only in Fantastic Four number 3 that they get their costumes. Well, we don't say that means that they weren't the characters that they were until number 3, because they had their powers in number 1. They did all the things that they're associated with. And that's the same with Ant-Man. Ant-Man didn't have a suit. He might not have had his suit, but he's named, the character is named, he does his powers, and he's not named as Ant-Man until we get into 35. So this is where officially he gets the name Ant-Man. He is retconned, so it's same character, Henry Pym, and we got, stop him, my pets, obey your leader, the Ant-Man commands you. So the difference is he learned from his past mistakes. So his costume now gives him the ability to control the ants, which is a little bit extra power. So it's a new power that he's added, but the point is he has a power beyond, it's just another power. It's just like any other superhero. Sometimes they discover that they have more powers than they originally thought. So I don't see that as detracting from the fact that the other book is his first appearance. So because he shows everything that he is, he just doesn't have the suit. So if he was just Henry Pym and he didn't shrink down and he didn't show any kind of Ant-Man kind of story, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, maybe he's not Ant-Man. It's sort of like many comics, they'll have like the first character appearance and then the first appearance as that superhero. Well, in the case of Ant-Man 27, he is that superhero because they just don't call him Ant-Man. But he's doing everything that is Ant-Man. So I would kind of say that is his first appearance, and this is his first appearance in costume. So that you'll see a lot in other comics. Like there's a lot of modern comics, like like Jane Foster, who's really popular right now. You know, she made her first appearance much earlier, and then later she becomes Thor, right? Well, that's first appearance in Thor costume, right? Which is much later, and that's debatable about which book that would be even. But the thing is, this would be, in my opinion, his first appearance in costume, which is what CGC labels it as. Origin and second appearance of Ant-Man. They say second appearance of Ant-Man. And first appearance of Ant-Man in costume. Just like Fantastic Four. It's their first appearance in Fantastic Four 1, but it's number 3 is their first appearance in costume. And I think that's kind of my response to this debate, that that I would see Ant-Man as being his first appearance in 27 and his first appearance in costume in 35. You're probably wondering why all this conversation, but it is really based on the controversy of Catwoman. And it was a discussion that I had with a guy on Instagram. We were back and forth, and he's a very knowledgeable guy, and he was really setting a pretty strong case for why he believed Ant-Man's first appearance is in 35 and not 27. So I just want to give you my side and my different take on it. And I hope this has been enlightening in some way or other. And I hope you agree with me. And you can say in the comments below, where did Ant-Man make his first appearance? Was it in 27, where you see him shrunk down? Or is it in 35, where you fully see him in suit and he's actually named Ant-Man? So that's the controversy. So I hope this spurs on some cool debate in the comments below, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.